I'm Mr. Vibrissae. La la la. What's a Vibrissae, you ask? Well, just look at my rudimentary organ here on my face. It's a fancy word for whiskers. I don't use mine anymore, apart from catching some of my dinner with it, and saving it for a midnight snack. But many animals do use their Vibrissae for various life necessities. We are all familiar with pelage hair. We have it on our head, and in some mammals it covers their entire body to act as a protective coat and insulator. Vibrissae hair, however, is far more specialized and an integral component to sensory perception in mammals, some birds, and even fish. The focus on this video will be the mammalian Vibrissae structure, because they really rock it. Vibrissae is different to pelage hair, as it is longer, thicker, and not as structured in the epidermis. The proper term is follicle sinus capsule, or FSC, and what makes the hair more distinctive is the blood-filled sinuses which surround the hair shaft. This system consists of two sinuses called the ring and cavernous sinus, which are located around the Vibrissae. Theory has it, having sinuses filled with blood allows the hair to be free-moving and aids in dampening vibrations, or in other words, helps the hair to be smooth-flowing instead of being a jerky, rough ride. Another interesting fact is the FSC is surrounded almost entirely by muscle connective tissue located in the skeletal facial muscles. This suggests the hairs are able to move voluntarily and with control. You can see in this 3D diagram the deep vibrissae nerve marked in yellow. The branches of this hug most of the cavernous sinus, whilst it also penetrates the bottom of each FSC. The nerve's axon is covered in Schwann cells, creating a myelin sheath. This improves the distance and efficiency of signaling within a small space. There are superficial nerves also, which connect from the cutaneous nerve and focus entirely on the upper part of the Vibrissae. If we look inside the cheek of a mouse, you can see how the deep vibrissae nerve extends from the infraorbital nerve. This connects to the brainstem, midbrain, and the neocortex. All messages received by the dual innervated Vibrissae are passed between these two junctions via synaptic responses received by the nerve's motor neurons. La la la! Jolly good show. Now, let's take a look at different types of Vibrissae and how they are used in their environment.
Terrestrial mammals such as cats and rats have similar Vibrissae, yet utilize them for different functions. Vibrissae use in rats is specialized to assist a primarily nocturnal mammal with poor eyesight. Rats use a continual sweeping motion known as whisking to frequently sample their surroundings. Vibrissae on their forelimbs can detect substrate solidity and help determine positioning and speed. Macro and micro Vibrissae help detect spatial awareness and distance as well as textures and objects. The two types detect high and low frequencies, which when used together provide optimal sensory detection. Over to our feline friends the cats, who are also terrestrial but are predatory animals with good vision. Their Vibrissae is slightly different than rats in that positioning and length is not as prominent. The shaft is thicker and more rigid, indicating a localized linear pressure on the Vibrissae follicle. Cats utilize their Vibrissae to help them hunt and locate prey items. I'm glad I'm not on the menu. La la la. Marine mammals have adapted their Vibrissae to assist them in an aqueous environment. Seals have developed an undulated or wavy appearance to their Vibrissae. This form is believed to help amplify hydrodynamic detection and potentially minimize self-induced vibrations when hunting. Seals use Vibrissae to detect wakes left by prey items, determining size and directionality, and can detect frequencies of between 20 and 200 Hz. The cross-section of seal Vibrissae differs from terrestrial mammals in that it is oval in shape as opposed to circular. Seals rotate their whiskers to have either the broad or thin side facing forward, indicating that orientation may improve sensory detection. Seals also hunt with whiskers in an erect or outward position to amplify detection. La la la! Just look at this fellow's nose neighbor. Very impressive. It's a little intimidating, really. Moving on. Marine mammals, who do not use Vibrissae to hunt, have adapted to use them in other ways. The manatee has Vibrissae which cover their entire body and can detect hydrodynamic variations. It is thought that the manatee uses these Vibrissae in the same way fish species utilize their lateral line. Manatees have specialized perioral bristles around and inside their mouth, which help to grasp vegetation and masticate food whilst grazing. This orpulation technique is unique only to manatees and dugongs. Now then, I bet you didn't realize whiskers were so wonderful. There is still much to learn about the form and function of the Vibrissae. So until next time, keep those crumb catchers clean. La la la!